Unbelievable goals. In football, there are goals that leave viewers surprised and impressed. However, there are also illogical goals that make people burst into laughter because they can't believe their eyes. Long-range shots that seem impossible to score, quirky free kicks that deceive both the goalkeepers and opponents, or even a 100% lucky goals that all create unique moments. So why wait? Let's explore some of the most absurd goals in the history of football with us. Theo Walcott. Before being labeled as the eternal prodigy, Theo Walcott has a brilliant period in an Arsenal jersey. Not only did he possess outstanding speed, but his individual technique was also notably impressive. Despite being pushed into the corner near the touchline, the English forward still executed a skillful dribble, bypassing up to 4 Newcastle defenders. A model solo performance culminated in a precise finish, as he used his superior technique to beat goalkeeper Tim Krul. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Ibra's match-winning goal was a spectacular overhead kick from outside the penalty area in the Sweden vs England game in November 2012. This goal showcased rich imagination, determination, and above all, Ibrahimovic's incredible skills, including his black belt in Taekwondo. Ibrahimovic left the entire football world in awe with his stunning long-range bicycle kick from about 30 meters into Joe Hart's net during a friendly match against the England national team. It was no surprise that this exemplary goal by the Swedish forward was deemed unmatched in the 2012 Puskas Award for Best Goal voting. Papy Demba Cissé. On May 2, 2012, Chelsea hosted Newcastle in the 34th round of the Premier League. The Blues at that time had little motivation as their focus was on the UEFA Champions League, while the visitors aimed to secure 3 points to compete for a spot in the European Cup the following season. Playing at home, Chelsea started reasonably well with their players moving flexibly to create spaces. However, Newcastle's alertness denied the Blues any significant scoring opportunities. Despite having more possession, Chelsea struggled to create clear-cut chances. Meanwhile, Newcastle proved to be dangerous with quick counter-attacks, featuring agile and powerful forwards like Papy Cissé and Demba Ba. In the 19th minute, Newcastle found the back of the net. Receiving the ball just outside Chelsea's penalty area, Papy Cissé struck lightning fast with his foot, beating Petr Cech and opening the scoring for Newcastle. Cissé's opening goal boosted Newcastle's confidence significantly, leaving Chelsea in a deadlock. Despite numerous attempts, Chelsea could not find the net and paid the price. In the 19+4th minute, Cissé once again made his mark, this time with a goal for the ages. He unleashed a long-range, curving shot that followed an unusual trajectory and found the back of the Blues' net. The match ended with a 2-0 victory for Newcastle. To this day, Cissé's decisive goal remains one of the most impressive goals in the Premier League. Wendell Lira. As one of the promising young players of his generation, alongside Denilson, Willian, and Alexandre Pato, Lira never had luck on his side. He was once in AC Milan's radar but ended up playing football in Brazil's Serie C, and even featured in the state championship for the Goiás region wearing the Goianésia's club's jersey. Lira was just one of the many talented footballers who grew up in the heart of Brazilian football, yet 82% of them earn an income of around $250 per month. However, a miracle happened just 2 days later when FIFA announced the top 10 nominees for the Best Goal of the Year award, and Lira's incredible bicycle kick goal was among them. It was a moment where Lira sprinted into the penalty box, received a pass from his teammate, and executed an acrobatic bicycle kick goal, a truly challenging move, against Atlético Goianense, in front of just 297 spectators. Thanks to this goal, Wendell Lira surpassed Lionel Messi from Barcelona and Alessandro Fiorenzi from Roma to claim this prestigious award. The FIFA Puskas Award completely transformed Lira's life. He earned additional income through endorsement and discovered his talent for playing FIFA video games on PlayStation. In 2016, after a knee injury, Lira decided to retire from professional football and transition into becoming a YouTuber while also competing in virtual football matches and video games. Robin van Persie. After the bitter disappointment of losing to the Spanish national team in the 2010 World Cup final, the Netherlands faced their rivals once again in the group stage of the 2014 World Cup. At the time, La Roja entered the tournament as the defending champions, having dominated European football for the previous 6 years. These two football giants clashed right from the opening match. In the early stages, Spain appeared to have the upper hand. In the 27th minute, the referee ruled that Stefan de Vrij had fouled Diego Costa inside the penalty area, and Xabi Alonso did not miss the chance to open the scoring for his team from the penalty spot. It seems like the Orange would once again have to swallow their pride against their arch-nemesis. However, just before halftime, in the dying moments of the first half, from a beautiful cross by Daley Blind, Robin van Persie executed an extraordinary dive net, creating a moment that would later be dubbed the Flying Dutchman goal. Robin van Persie's stunning goal set the stage for a series of breathtaking goals that shook the stadium in Salvador on June 13, helping the Netherlands come from behind and trample the reigning champions. Javier Hernandez. Javier Hernandez, affectionately known as Chicharito, once shone with a memorable goal that earned him the nickname Golden Legs in the world of football while wearing the Manchester United jersey. In a match against Chelsea, the play was initiated by an excellent cross from Valencia. Chicharito attempted a shot, but as he slid in to score, he could not control the shot, and the ball hit the post and bounced out. Fortunately, his face was in the right place, and the ball rebounded off it into Chelsea's net, creating a joyful and exuberant goal. Despite the somewhat quirky nature of the goal, Chicharito and his teammates celebrated as if he had just scored a spectacular masterpiece. Toni Kroos. The stunning goal after Toni Kroos' free kick in the final minutes of the match helped Germany secure a 2-1 victory over Sweden, avoiding an early exit from the 2018 World Cup. While Mexico had consecutive wins to gain a significant advantage for progressing to the next round in the second round of the 2018 World Cup, Germany faced numerous difficulties. In a must-win situation, the German national team pushed their lineup forward to play an attacking game from the early minutes of the match. The balance was only restored for the German team thanks to luck, when Marco Reus managed to score an equalizer with a header in the early minutes of the second half, igniting hopes of advancing. Boateng's second yellow card in the 82nd minute forced the German team to play with 10 men in a situation where they needed a win to have any hope of progressing. This made it challenging for the German tanks to launch attacks to find a goal. When the German team was struggling to find a goal, they still had a star who could shine to solve the problem. In the final added minutes of the match, after a free kick combination with Reus, Kroos struck a right-footed shot into the top corner, beating goalkeeper Olsen. Germany surged ahead in the dying seconds of the game. The 2-1 scoreline gave the German tanks a more favorable position in the final round of matches, allowing them to squeeze through the narrow gap and gain the upper hand in the race for a spot in the knockout stage of Group F at the 2018 World Cup. Michael. There's no denying that Michael's goal scored against goalkeeper Ri Myung-guk in the 55th minute of the Brazil vs North Korea match at the 2010 World Cup is considered one of the most impressive goals. From a through pass by midfielder Elano, Michael made a quick run down the wing. As the ball dropped near the byline, Michael surprisingly unleashed a very powerful shot with the outside of his right foot, sending the ball through the gap between goalkeeper Ri Myung-guk and the post to open the scoring for Brazil. The goal was so beautiful that many fans could not believe their eyes when the ball was neatly tucked into the net. It is undoubtedly one of the most memorable goals in the tournament and a masterpiece of world football that people will remember for a long time. Michael's goal evoked memories of the famous goal scored by Dutch striker Marco van Basten in the Euro 1988 final against the Soviet Union, or the stunning volley by Dutch midfielder Arjen Robben against Italy at Euro 2008. However, when reviewing the footage of these goals, Michael's goal can be seen as even more impressive due to the narrow angle from which it was executed. There are also differing opinions about whether Michael's goal was lucky, as goalkeeper Ri Myung-guk made a mistake by not closing the angle. Some even suggested that it might have been due to issues with the Jabulani ball with its peculiar flight path that allowed it to find the net from such a tight angle. However, Brazil's coach at the time, Dunga, affirmed to The Independent, "We practiced a lot, and this is not the first goal Michael has scored from such a narrow angle. In my opinion, there weren't many mistakes from the goalkeeper. It came from Michael's creativity." Wayne Rooney. On February 12, 2011, Manchester United faced Manchester City at Old Trafford. In the 78th minute of the match, Rooney leaped to meet Nani's pass and executed a spectacular bicycle kick goal, helping Manchester United win 2-1. After that game, manager Mancini admitted that Manchester City's chance of winning the Premier League that season were gone. In the end, Manchester United emerged as the champions, finishing 9 points ahead of second-place Chelsea, while Manchester City ended the season in third place. More than a year after the match at Old Trafford, over 300,000 fans from around the world participated in a vote organized by the Premier League to find the best goal, most spectacular save, and most emotional goal celebration in the league's history since its inception in 1992. The results showed that Rooney's goal received the highest number of votes for the category of the most beautiful goal, with 26%. Rooney's goal was officially recognized as the most beautiful goal in the Premier League in the 20 years since its existence. Chris Wood. Despite receiving quite a bit of help from luck, there's no denying that Chris Wood had to overcome many difficulties to score that precious goal in Brazil. It all started with a goalkeeping error, and the ball happened to hit him in the face before comically bouncing into the net. Whilst the sensation of being hit in the face by the ball is far from pleasant, many forwards are willing to endure this in order to get their name on the score sheet. Richarlison. Richarlison's acrobatic bicycle kick goal in Brazil's 2-0 victory over Serbia on November 25, 2022 has received recognition. In the 73rd minute, he received a precise pass from Vinicius Jr. on the wing, controlled the ball neatly, and then executed a decisive bicycle kick shot amidst the Serbian defenders, extending Brazil's lead to 2-0. This was Richarlison's second goal of the match. The international media has praised Richarlison's goal for its high level of difficulty, both in terms of the assist from Vinicius and the goal itself. Vinicius delivered a delicate outside-of-the-foot pass, while Richarlison's finish was resolute, spontaneous, and highly effective. The Sun suggested that Richarlison's goal could be a contender for the Puskás Award for the best goal of 2022. Richarlison scored a total of 3 goals in the 2022 World Cup, but could not help Brazil advance further in the tournament. Seleção was eliminated in the quarterfinals after losing to Croatia in a penalty shootout. What do you think about these goals? Please share your opinions in the comment section of this video. And now, goodbye and see you in the next videos.